Hi folks, good morning. Hilary De Freitas here, the Marketing Mom, and today is Case Study Day. We've been working on a couple of fan pages and doing a lot of testing. And what I'd like to share with you is the case study that we've come up with, and basically it's going to be a show and tell to demonstrate some things. And then in the end, I'm just going to give you a few key points about what it is that you should really be doing on your Facebook fan page. But to give you a brief overview, what I want to share is that one of the first things, regardless of when you start your fan page, what type of fan page it is, who you're targeting, anything like that, you need to be consistent. All right. And that's one of the things that you're going to see in the case study as I demonstrated two different fan pages. One of them is my personal fan page, as you would see, and the other one is a fan page about a book that I wrote. All right. And you will see the vast difference in factors like the likes, the number of likes that have been going over the fan page. The time period is one of the biggest things, particularly the time period of this growth. We have one fan page, which is my personal fan page, that started last year, and the fan page of the book, which started last month, and that has overtaken the likes. So definitely whatever we're doing on the fan page for the book is getting a lot more traction and a lot more engagement than on my personal fan page. So but this is all testing, and the testing that we do is so that you're able to take my learnings and apply that to your fan page so that you will have super growth on your fan page. Now, all of this is done with minimal budget. On either fan page, I have not spent more than $5 a day on any like campaign. But what has happened is that on one, I've been more consistent, which you will see. So I'm going to jump right in right away. We're going to go into Facebook. I'm going to show you some stats, and what we're going to be doing is diving into the Facebook insights, because that is where we're going to be able to do the comparison. And I'm going to start with one and then show you the other, because you're going to see data from both. All right, so let's jump right in here to Facebook. All right, so as you can see, this is my Facebook, and in one also I moved to managing it into Business Manager. So we're going to start with the Hilary, the Marketing Mom fan page. All right, so a few things, right, just for you to look at in this last week, and this is something that you always want to take a view of on your fan page when you first get in here. You want to look at what's been going on within the last week. All right, so in terms of your stats for the last week, I've had about 911 people post read. So that's about 911 people who are actually seeing my post. Out of that, 126 have been engaged, and I've gotten 3 signups. Now, signups doesn't necessarily mean that in Facebook, it just means that somebody went to your sign up page. It actually doesn't mean that they converted. So you got to be careful with Facebook stats. All right. And then response rate. This is just for people who are inquiring or maybe leaving comments. All right. So this is what's been going on the fan page in terms of, okay, so I posted within the last hour on this page. Well, that was 12 hours ago. All right, so that was yesterday. So for today alone, we've only had one post on this fan page. But let's jump into the insights. So as I was saying, and while we let that insight roll, we've gone through in a previous blog post. I'll share the link at the bottom of this video. We've gone through insights before in terms of what you can get out of it. I'm just going to zoom in here so that we could really see what's happening. Good, right? So the first thing is you see that this is the date. It's showing from just within the last week. What I want to do is go straight to the likes, because this is where I'm going to be able to change the date to show you when this fan page actually started. And you're actually going to see where I was not consistent. Okay, so this fan page, I could take this all the way back to January if I wanted. Let's say January 1st of this year. Let's forget last year. All right. So what you're seeing now is clearly this is before. This is all January before. And then you see when it started to take off. Okay. There was a little bit of a plateau, and then it started jumping again. All right. So that's the growth of the likes. But what I want you to hone in on is this chart up here. You see those lull periods where you see all of these spikes and then those lull periods and then a little spike and then a little lull. That's when I cut off on running a like campaign. And one of the things that we learn when we get onto Facebook is if you're building your fan base, you have to build your fan base to a minimum of 2,000, minimum of 2,000 likes. Some people even build it all the way up to 3,000 or 5,000 likes before you switch off a like campaign. So what you need to do is either spend a lot of money, or if you're doing this $5 a day, $2 a day, because $2 a day is probably going to get you, depending on the type of post that you have, it'll probably get you 2 to 3 likes a day. All right. So I know moms, we don't have a lot of budget, you know, startup entrepreneurs trying to build their business online. You don't have a great budget, but what you have to do is be consistent. So here I would have run a like campaign, as you can see, right? And I'd have gotten a lot of likes daily, but then I stopped the campaign. And then what happens with Facebook is that when you start back up a like campaign, they're not going to give you as much likes as previously. So you want to be consistent with your like campaign. All right. So again, you see the chart here where you could see, okay, no advertising, some type of engagement. Clearly, this is where the advertising started. You could see the darker is the paid. All right. And then it drops. Okay. So whatever little advertising was going on, you know, it drops. So you need to be consistent with your like campaigns. All right. So that's the first thing. All right. In terms of your reach, again, advertising, Facebook, basically you could see here again with the reach from January 1st to now. In the month of April, advertising completely ceased. Again, you see it here. In the month of April, advertising completely ceased. What is interesting, and with this, you're seeing a lot of paid reach. All right. Again, with the likes, you're seeing the trends of that month of April where we just said, you know what, we're not going to do any advertising. Okay. Now, the type of post, and the other thing too is that you're posting. All right. So not in terms of when you're posting and how often you're posting. Not in terms of when you're posting, sorry, but how often are you posting? The other thing is that with Facebook, your reach really depends on your activity. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go all the way back to January, but I want you to notice something that if I can go back, let's do it this way. All right. So it breaks down your different post types. All right. Basically, if you are running with the 5 post a day strategy, you have to maintain that forever with Facebook, especially if you're running a like campaign, right? So you want to, in terms of, you know, your post reach, if you are putting a video out every day, you must maintain that. If you started off with 1 video a week and then you ramp it up, that's fine. With Facebook, it's all about ramping up, never ramping down. So don't go out there and say, okay, I'm going to post 5 times a day, or I'm going to post 10 times a day. And then 2 months later, you're just running out of content and you can't find any content to post. So then you drop down to 2 posts a day. That is going to hurt your ability to reach other people. So my advice to you is to start small and build. And that's exactly what we did on the other fan page. So we're going to go over to that fan page right now. And literally, we're going to show you. So you've seen that this fan page was in existence for quite a while, right? The Hillary Marketing Moms. And you saw the likes, right? If you didn't, let's just go back really quickly and show you the likes as at this morning. Let's just go really quickly. 1,200, all right? Just over 1,200 likes, okay? Got 22 this week, just over 1,200 likes. Keep that number in mind, okay? Post reach, post engagement, very important as well. All right. Just for the last week, right? But total likes, we're looking at just over 1,200. So let's go now over to the other fan page. So outside of Business Manager, we're jumping it back into Facebook. All right. The fan page is called I Am Catholic. This fan page was started 1 month ago. 1 month ago, I don't know if you're seeing it. Let's zoom in to help you out. Started 1 month ago, 1,500 likes. Okay? Just over 1,500 likes. And let's talk about engagement now. In this week alone, we've got close to 4,000 people reaching in engagement, 6 m. Okay, so whatever's being done on page is highly effective. Okay, now both of them are my fan pages, right? But what we're doing is different things. We do different things on different fan pages to basically test. All right, you're testing and you're making sure, because this is my book, this is my baby. I Am Catholic, The Paths We All Take is a book that I wrote. It's true and dear to my heart, and I wanted to have a fan page to be able to share this aspect of my life, and I couldn't bring it into my marketing. It had to be separate. And that is one lesson that you have to learn, that when you are doing anything online, it has to be very specific. And that is probably why this has gotten more reach and more likes in a shorter period of time. And this campaign, running this campaign, was at $2 a day, not $5 a day like my other fan page. All right, but you've got to get focused on what it is that you're promoting and what it is that you want to do. All right, I'm not saying that you can't do multiple things, because I am doing multiple things. But what I'm saying is that on that thing that you're doing, be very focused and be very targeted. Okay, so let's dive into some stats. So as I said, this fan page started just over a month ago. All right, now when we go down, okay, this is a pinned post. That's basically an intro about the book. 26 minutes ago. All right, we got a post here 26 minutes ago and another one about an hour ago. So in terms of the posting, all right, so this was yesterday. And here you see the stats. Once you own your fan page, the fan page, you can see the stats. 218 people reach on this post alone, all right? And that's a text post. 218 people saw a text post, which is a little different, all right, to a picture post where mostly people, 11 shares. 11 people have already shared this, and it was just posted in the last hour, all right? So that's the type of engagement you want on your fan page, all right? If you remember, on the other fan page, we had 22 likes this week, 196 this week on this fan page, all right? So the strategies that I'm going to share with you that we implemented here is what you want to follow in terms of this case study. So jumping into the insights, all right? Lessons learned again. We're going to go straight to your likes, okay? This fan page, let me see if I could, yep, I can't take it back past July. So it's not even, let's just make sure that that's correct. Yeah, I think, yes, I can take it back to, what is that date? June 10th. Yes, it was sometime in June that this fan page started. And you see the difference, right? Consistently adding up. The fan page started in June. Yep, 0. A total of 0 likes on June 10th. On July 28th, we're at 1,570 likes. And you see the very smooth progression up, up, up as you go, steady as you go, steady as you go. All right? See the very smooth progression. I'll tell you exactly what happened in this week. I was sick, so I didn't have many posts going out. But what I did do was share a lot, all right, so that I made sure that posts was still going out. Okay, again, you see the progression. You see that it's getting a lot of suggestions from various places, and that's because of the type of engagement. Let's look quickly at the post. And this is where, when I say you have to be consistent with your posts, start small and build up. On this fan page, we started with 2 posts a day. We had a picture post and a link post. That's what we started with. Generally, the picture would be a picture from a saint or a well-known Catholic author and a quote from them. Basically, that's what it was. All right. As you can see here on the 29th, we've had 2. On the 28th, we had 2. On the 27th, we had 3. On the 26th, we had 2. Nothing on the 25th. On the 24th, we had 1, 2, 3. All right. So you see that the average amount of posts is 2 to 3. And we're leaving it that way until we're able to build up to maybe 4, 5, or 6 posts a day. All right. But until then, what we know we can do on this fan page is 2 to 3 posts. And those are scheduled out once a week. And we know that those 2 to 3 posts are going to go out. And then all you do is you go back in and you engage with the people. All right. So takeaways from, all right. So let's jump out of here. So takeaways from this case study. You gotta be consistent. You can't drop in anything when it comes to Facebook. Once you start building on Facebook marketing, you've got to stick with it for life. Unless you decide to close up your business or stop selling your books or stop building your community, whatever it is that you're doing. All right. So that's number 1. Number 2, you want to start small and ramp up. All right. Start small, ramp up. What I mean by that is when you're posting to your fan page, if all you know you can do is 1 post a day, it's better than nothing. But once people get used to seeing 1 post a day, they're just going to be coming back to your site. If all you can do is 2 posts a day, do 2 posts a day and do 2 posts for 3, 4 months. You're going to build your fan base. The third thing is engage so that even if you're only doing 2 posts, if somebody goes on there and makes a comment, this is great, hit a reply. You've got to engage because engagement builds more reach. The fourth thing, do not stop advertising. Even if you think you do not have a budget, you must be able to find $2 a day to run a like campaign on your fan page. Even if it's $2 a day, never put pause on that like campaign, because what it will do is it completely stops. Facebook literally shuts it down. And then when you try to reboot it, it's kind of like Facebook is trying to find itself. It's like, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Okay. And Facebook is not going to be able to give you as many likes as when you first started that campaign. All right. So I hope this has been helpful. This has been a pretty long case study, but I wanted to delve into basically the facts of what I've been doing on Facebook to show you and to demonstrate to you what is working. And what is working is staying small, being consistent with your posting, and not shutting down your advertising campaign. All right. And obviously the engagement of following up with people who comment on your fan page. This has been Hilary DeFreitas, the Marketing Mom. Hope this has been helpful. Leave your comments below. Reply to the email if you got this through an email. And I will see you in the next training module. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Bye-bye.